Okay, here we are at Learn with Ginny. I'm Ginny at learnwithginny.com. And you're tuning in to listen to me talk about more truths and some boosts. So, topic number 1 is boost your life with these 8 powerful habits. Or power actions is what I called them in the title. So I'll just give them to you right off the bat so that if you only listen to the first few seconds of this podcast, but I hope you listen more because I'm going to talk about each one, but all 8 of them. And I also have an app, by the way, that lays it all out for you. You can customize it to make it your own. I really like it, so I will definitely share it with you. I have bonuses with it if you use my link, which you get special access to masterminds and stuff like that for your business. So if you're using an app like this to help your business grow as well as improve your life, you'll love this group. I'll actually invite you to another one too. So if you want the app, drop, what do I want you to drop? I didn't come up with a good keyword. I would say app, but that would be kind of generic and I wouldn't know which app you want since I am the queen of apps. Tell you what, if you drop the word app, I'll send you my ultimate list of home business apps, and this app will be included. I'll double check. So hopefully, if I see what video you're commenting on, I'll know you want this app, so I'll make sure that you get it. Either way, so drop the word app. Okay, so here are the 8 power actions. They're gratitude, stretching, and I'll talk about why on each one, meditation, vision, affirmations, exercise, reading, and personal journaling. I do all of them. I do them all in this app. And then I do a little bit more too. And it doesn't take as long as you think. You think 8 power actions, that's going to take me like 2 hours. It could take you 2 hours if you wanted to, but you don't have to. You could spend like 5 minutes on each thing. And then that's like 40 minutes. So it's not that bad. And then as far as your most valuable actions to take in your home business, that's a little different. You should be working 2 to 4 hours on your business every day to get yourself going. And believe me, I know what you're thinking, especially if you're just getting started. But I thought you could have a 2-hour workday or a half-hour workday. It's possible after you've built from the ground up and you have enough loyal fans and customers who buy from you over and over and over again. And you build that trust with your content and with your education and with your sharing and with who you are when you over deliver on your products, right? So that's on a whole nother topic, right? So let's dive into these 8 power actions so that you have them. I'm going to share my screen too so that you can go along with me on them. So I think if I just, yep, it's there behind me. I knew it would be. All right. So I'm going to move me over here. How about right there? So here they are. If I point them with my fancy little pointer, yellow pointer. The first action is gratitude. Now, in the gratitude app, sorry, I distracted myself with my glasses because I like to look at you with them off because I can see the camera better. But when I want to look at words, I need my readers on. So somebody asked me once, why do you always take your glasses on and off in your live videos? And I'm like, that's why, because I can actually see really well out past here. But when I want to read words, on my phone or whatever, I have to put my glasses on. But I can know these by heart anyway. So, gratitude journal. Gratitude is magical. Have you ever read The Magic? I think it's Robin, or what is her name? Oh, I should have had this ready. If you want the name of the book and the author, put magic under the video and I'll just find it for you. I have it in my list of books. I have that list too. So drop the word books and I'll get you that list of books. But The Magic, I thought her name was Robin. She was in The Secret. And journal, she may have even created it actually, now that I think. She might be the producer or something like that. Anyway, I don't remember details like that super well because I read a lot and I watch a lot of those kinds of things. But gratitude is magical. Why? Because it lifts your spirit. When you're feeling down, It's impossible to feel sad when you're feeling gratitude, when you're actually feeling gratitude for something. So I literally list 10 things every morning in my app, and it always lifts my app because there's so much to be grateful for. I mean, I live in this beautiful place. I love this attic office with my skylight. I just love it up here. I can hear all the birds, and well, right now I hear a lot of flies because it's September almost, and the flies are starting to look for a place to get in. So my husband will be taking care of that soon. But anyway, it's beautiful here. It's mostly quiet. And if I listed 10 things right now, I would list my husband, my rock, who has, provided me with space like this. He made this little office for me. And he has grateful for his vision and how our yard is so gorgeous and beautiful. I love sitting in it doing my meditation, which is part of our 8 power routines. So creating 10 things that you're actually grateful for. You could just be grateful for the fact that you have running water that's safe, because there's a lot of places in the world that don't. So if you have to start out with stuff like that, then do it, because that's certainly something to be grateful for. It could just be grateful for having fresh food on your table, a meal to eat, the fact that you open your eyes in the morning and you're still here and you still have the breath and the chance to make a difference. I could go on and on about gratitude because every morning I do it. I always have something on my list. 10 things, that's my minimum. Do 5. And by the way, you don't have to have the app. You could just do these things. Stretching. Okay, stretching is important because we want to keep our bodies mobile. I actually do I don't mark these off in order because I do my quiet stuff in the morning, but I also do my workout, which includes stretching. And stretching is super important so that you stay mobile, especially as you get to a certain age. You got to stay mobile. You got to keep your balance. You got to practice keeping your balance, and that's what yoga does for you. So even if it's just a couple of morning vinyasas or down dog, up dogs and that, or just child's pose, look these things up. If you need a routine, I'll certainly get you the workouts that I do. I have a favorite workout person that I buy all his stuff, and I'd love to share my link with you because I have a link for that too. And guess what? It's in my ultimate list of apps. So if you want that, put apps. I'll get you that. Or app. I don't know. I keep changing my mind I'll get it though. When you put a word down there, I'll figure it out. So stretching, number 2. Number 3 is meditation. Why is meditation? Because it gives you a chance to do 2 things. I'm going to skip right to the next one, which is vision board, because this is part of my meditation, okay? In the app, I actually created these visions of my dream, outdoor office, because we're going to build on our porch, and we're going to a screened-in deck. And I told my husband I want to make sure that there's outlets out there so that I could sit out there and do my work with a smokeless fire pit and listen to the birds and actually be outside instead of just in my attic. Of course, in the winter, I'll always be in my attic. But so I created that with AI on, what's the name of the app? Designer. It's a purely AI Microsoft Designer that I used. I just gave it a really detailed description, and I kept tweaking it until it looked almost like what I had in my head, to the detail. And when you can see it, when you can visualize it, it's going to happen. Have you ever read Psycho-Cybernetics? That's on my list of books somewhere too. It might be a different list. But again, write books and I'll get you that. But that's what he talks about. He talks about the movie in your head, being able to visualize it. Neville Goddard talks about it. Even in the Bible, they talk about it. Without a vision, my people perish. So creating a vision board is a little bit more than just cutting out magazine articles and pasting it on your board, which I know a lot of artsy people like to do. I'm not one of those. I'm kind of a computer geek, so the app is what turned me on. I was like, oh, I can use AI to create all these awesome visions of what I and what I'm aiming for. So that is part of my meditation. I'll I'll look at my vision board and then I'll meditate. And then I have some guided meditations that I use too that are kind of designed for me. I have a mind mechanic that wrote meditations for me. And then I have a few others that I've downloaded from other people like Dr. Joe Dispenza and stuff like that. So those are long though. You could just do a 5-minute meditation just to start learning how to quiet your brain. Believe me, I know how hard it is. Especially for people like us. If you're watching this video and you're anything like me, our brains are going like, boop, boop. Oh, did I feed the cats? Did I turn off the coffee pot? Oh my gosh, just all over the place, right? And learning to quiet your brain. I'll always forever be grateful to my mind mechanic friend, Ray, who taught me how to do this in person, like face to face, because I hired him to, and you should hire him too. If you want to get to know him, just drop Ray. I'll introduce you. But anyway, I don't know how to explain it to you. I did create a document once for some friends who asked me. So I laid it all out in a document, like all the things that I did to try to learn how to quiet my brain, which is still hard, but the more you practice, you get into these zones where ideas flow in, and sometimes you got to keep a notebook handy, So, okay. So, and the vision board is part of that because you're visualizing too. So I kind of combine those two steps because meditation and vision to me is the same thing in a way. Affirmations. Affirmations, I actually changed wording in my version of the app. I put AfFORMations because it's more like I'm not just saying to myself, So first thing it shows you is a quote, and it shows you a new quote every time. And I actually take a screenshot and I share it in my Facebook stories. So if you follow my Facebook stories, you'll see these. And they're pretty good usually, I don't think I've seen the same one twice, and I've been using it for quite a while. By the way, I should mention that right now, if you watch this live, there is a challenge going on through November. And I don't think it's all the way through November. There's my vision board. I don't know if you can see it, but this is my board. Okay, so my affirmations are more like questions. I learned to write these from, again, I'm not going to remember the author. I'd have to look it up. It's on my list. But I learned this from a guy. It's more like I have this statement about myself. And then underneath I have all these AfFORMations, which your brain kind of answers, right? So why are people eager to buy all the products I sell? Why am I making a difference in people's lives? Why do people experience hope when they talk to me and work with me? Why am I so blessed with abundance? Why do I have such an amazing team of individuals? Why am I making money every day? These are just some examples. Why am I in such great shape? So slim and muscular and just the best shape of my life at 54. Yes, all true. So my brain answers those questions because my brain thinks, well, that's who I am. Of course I'm all those things because that's who I am. And that all is from the work that I do with the visualizations and stuff, right? So the affirmations are part of that. Exercise. Of course you want to exercise every day, even if it's just going for a walk. Maybe you have a goal of so many steps a day, whatever it is. Reading, which I include in reading my audiobooks and courses and all that as part of personal growth. So every day I do something to grow personally. A lot of times it's just on my drive to work. So I might check this off later on in the day rather than in the morning. Unless I read my Bible, which I have a new set of eyes for the Bible since doing all this personal growth. I'm finding that all that stuff is in there and it's super interesting to me. So I've been on a new mission this year to read from the Bible. That's just me though. You could change it to whatever you want. And then lastly, there's a personal journal to kind of chart your course. I kind of write down ideas popped up or what kinds of things that I learned in this stage, or maybe in meditation something popped up that I'm like, oh, I got to write that down. So I journal it. And it's all in here so I could go back and read it. Now, those are the 8 power actions that you can just take. You don't have to use the app. If you want the app, again, drop app. But those are the power actions. Now, here's some extra things that I'm just going to show you that's in the app, like MVPs are the most valuable priorities of the day. So I have what's called the 3 minimum. The 3 minimum things that I have to do in my business, which is build, engage, and sell. So those 3 things have to be done every day. I have to meet, on there I have, those weren't my MVPs. Those were tasks. Okay, so then there's health tasks, which include my workout, the water I drink, my supplements, and then my relationships are just reminders to text certain people or just to touch base with certain people so I keep in touch with them. Kind of important if you want to keep some of those relationships going. And then the delegate tasks. I'll admit I kind of skipped this one because, well, I'm kind of a one-person home business. There isn't a lot to delegate. I have, on occasion, delegated things to the kids. Like, if I'm sending samples out, I might have them help package and send samples out, which, hey, you can get a sample of the joy juice that I drink or the coffee, the snow mushroom coffee, which is awesome. Or what else do I have samples of? Collagen, hydration. Anyway, if you want those, drop sample. I'll send you the link to choose what you want to do to get the samples. Okay, because you can either pay the shipping or you could watch a video. It's actually going to ask you if you want to make money. So, okay, so it has that, and then it has the vision board, which I said you just create, pick pictures from the internet or could make your own like I did using AI. And if you want to know how to do that, I covered that in my free AI course. So drop AI if you want that. And you can also add tasks, notes, and quotes. Like the work tasks, I add some other tasks that I should do every day, but they're not my MVPs, right? They're not the minimal activities for my business. But these are tasks that I can accomplish. Relationships, ideas, do later list. You can put notes in, like for the day that is in addition to your journal. And I can add affirmations. I think that's it. That's what I have on here. Oh, in the journal, of course, I mentioned. Cool. If you want the app, drop the word app. And I'll get you that whole list of apps, by the way. Okay, so that's it for that. Now